Alright, hello friends and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Brittany. I make these videos on YouTube about health and wellness and apparently lifestyle stuff as well, because I will be talking about the definition of success. And I guess I'm kind of airing out my laundry or unloading some baggage, but I really feel like I'm just sharing some things that I've learned and observed, and I hope that you might find a useful tidbit somewhere in all of this. So consider what is your definition of success. I think a lot of us will have a noble answer, such as start a family, retire young, travel the world. It also takes some time to consider what you think society or your culture's version or definition of success is. Especially your family or church or community or wherever you spend a lot of your time, such as work or school. Like, what do they define as success? And maybe not what they explicitly say, but what do you feel obligated to accomplish or do? Because I think a lot of this that will give us a clue on what we actually consider to be our definition of success based on subconscious cues. Because growing up, we sort of adopt everything around us as the truth, especially from our parents, because, you know, in order to be accepted by your parents, you kind of have to do what they say and like what they like and everything, and you don't really have much of a choice anyway, because that's they're basically the only presentation to you of how the world works. And I'm not saying, first of all, I'm not saying that all these people are lying to you, but you just have to realize that a lot of the things that you believe and just assume are the truth are things that you've picked up when you were younger. You've subconsciously internalized it, and now that still is kind of acting as a compass. So I think we really have to realize that a lot of these truths are just picked up, just gleaned from when we were younger and trying to be accepted. So I think it's just something that you need to realize and actually consider, like, what do I actually consider to be successful, and why do I feel pressured to do this, work this certain job, or act this certain way, or be with this type of person? Consider where those pressures come from, and then consider why you are actually adopting or believing or accepting those pressures or urges. I think that's why it's also important to travel, like actually travel and like be somewhere and kind of see how other people live. Different environments or different cultures are going to have those different measures of success. I'll say for, I guess, the United States, I can't speak for the entire country, but for my environment, success is very much tied to your job or your income. And not that I'm not saying that everybody believes that your job and your money is the end all be all. There's a lot of like, you need to have a good job, and then everyone has their own version of what a good job is, like defined as a job that makes a lot of money. Well, when I was in Italy, and I was only there for 3 months, but I felt like their definition of success was how much time you spent socially. How much money you made wasn't not a primary factor into how successful you were. It's like, how much time did you get to spend with the people that you like? My own emotional baggage, I can step back and think, okay, this pressure that I feel is just coming from a subconscious belief that only certain jobs are worth having, and if I don't make a certain income, then I'm definitely not doing a good job at life. I'm definitely not living my life if I'm not making a certain amount of money. This specific talk, me talking about it right now, comes from, I got a job as a babysitter, and I was very, very happy to have this job because it's very flexible. I get to work with children, and I don't have any childcare experience on my resume, so I felt like that was very lacking, so I'm glad I'm finally getting that. It's at the gym, so I am showing my face. Everybody knows I'm the trainer there, so it's a chance for me to, be seen, helping out and doing stuff throughout, for the gym. And I was just very thankful for that, and I was surprised when I got a couple comments from people that I knew that were like, well, I'm glad you went to university so you can babysit. Like, you went to school and now you're not working a job that pays blah blah blah. Parents asked me like, how much did I make? I just didn't need them to say like, well, that's not very much. I was so happy for this job, and I'm still so happy. I'm still so thankful. It's very flexible and it's not permanent, certainly. It gives me the freedom to work on other projects right now, and I don't want to talk about my projects because I just want to do my projects, show the end result. I don't want to talk about the process. I'm just glad I had this perspective because I wasn't going to let those comments like damage me or like really hurt me. I'm going to forge my own path, and I'm going to define my success as based on my adherence to that path. I'm just happy that I can recognize that a lot of this pressure is coming from society and cultural things, and maybe in another culture I would be very successful because I get to do what I like and I have time for all these other things. I just wanted to share that, and I hope, this is a personal thing, but I hope you might find a tidbit about, you know, evaluating what you define as success and evaluating the pressures you're putting on yourself and where they're actually coming from. So that's all I have to say. Thank you so much for watching. I'll have a blog post about this, I'm sure, and I'll link that below. And I hope you like it. If you like it, comment if you have anything to add, or what is your environment's definition of success. And if you want to see more from me, go ahead and subscribe. And anyways, I want to wish you a happier, healthier, and more magical day.